again, this will be a soft speaking and whispering video. I hope you're having a great day. My kitty is over here, so I hope she doesn't bother you, but let's just get into this. So I'm going to start off with the books that I have read in order, and I will also probably share with you some books that I plan to read in February. I'm a mood reader, so I don't really have a TBR that I read or that I like to stick to every month. I just read what I feel like reading. Sometimes I DNF, sometimes I soft DNF, sometimes I read multiple books at once, but let's just get started with the books that I read in January. So to start off, we've got A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This book was very fun because it's got flow charts and interviews and different journal entries and stuff like that in it. I think that's very fun, and you feel like you're trying to figure out the plot at the same time that the main character is. So I'll read you a little bit of the back of this one. Pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend, Sal Singh, who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about after 5 years. Pip sees how tragedy still haunts her town. Now a senior herself, Pip decides to re-examine the closed case for her final project, at first just to cast doubt on the original investigation. But soon she discovers a trail of dark secrets that might actually prove Sal innocent, and the line between past and present begins to blur. Someone at Fairview doesn't want Pip digging around for answers, and now her own life might be in danger. So this is a story of an investigation turned obsession. And this is the first in, I think there's 3 books plus a novella. So I haven't read the other ones yet, but I wanted to give it a try, and I really like Holly Jackson. She's the author of this book. I think reading another one by her called 5 Survive would be really fun. So that one is on my wish list. I'm currently on a book buying ban, so I'll have to get that one at some time, or at some point, but that will be in the future. This was my first read of January 2024. So let's move on to my next one. So the next book that I read this month was The Pact by Sharon Bolton. This one I don't think I rated very highly. I think I rated this book maybe a 2.5 out of 5. I just was not into it, and I should have DNF'd it and moved on to something else, but I wanted to see if it was better, if it would get better. I had hope, and it just did not. I don't know if my expectations were too high or if it was her writing style that I didn't like. I don't know. I'll read you the back because it sounds intriguing. A golden summer and 6 talented friends are looking forward to the brightest of futures until a daredevil game goes horribly wrong and a woman and her 2 children are killed. 18-year-old Megan makes a pact with her friends. She'll take the blame, leaving the others free to get on with their lives. In return, each of them agrees to a favor payable on her release from prison. 20 years later, Megan is free and it's payback time. So, like, a lot of the reviews on the back say, like, compelling, addictive, a perfect paced plot. Ooh, let's try that again. A perfectly placed plot. Perfectly placed plot. Perfectly placed plot. With a breathless, shocking conclusion. A clever, compelling, and unexpected story. And I just didn't find that. I don't know. So, I will be unhauling this book. Trying to sell it or donate it for somebody else. I just have too much on my shelves over there. So, I will not be keeping this book in my collection. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So the next one that I read was The Handmaid's Tale, the graphic novel version. This is a hardcover. Again, this one I didn't rate very highly. I think maybe I rated this a 2 or a 3. That in no way represents how I feel about the actual Handmaid's Tale. I would really love to read that one again. I read it back in high school. And I did remember really liking it. There wasn't enough of the story in this one for me. And I breezed through it. I think I read it in one sitting. And again, I'll be unhauling this book just because some of the scenes are pretty graphic in their illustrations, and I'm just not into that. So it'll go to somebody better, and which I should have expected knowing what it was about, but yeah, caught me off guard a little bit, and that's fine. It'll go to somebody else and somebody else will like it. But yeah. Oh, hi Wanda. Hey, you're gonna wake the people. Okay. The next book that I read was Firestarter by Stephen King. Wanda's gonna create some background noise for you. I hope it doesn't bug you. So I love Stephen King. I think all of his books are really great. I think I rated this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I don't give 5-star ratings out very often. It has to be like a showstopper in order for me to give it 5 stars, but I did really enjoy this book, and I like his compact versions. I like when the spine gets all messed up and whatever, but I did really enjoy this one. It was my first Stephen King of the year. Definitely will not be my last. I plan to read Mr. Mercedes this year, The Green Mile, Under the Dome, Lacey's Story, and probably some other ones, maybe The Shining around Halloween. But yeah, I love Stephen King. I read The Institute before. Wanda, you better not ruin my setup. I should have done this when she was napping. But I'll read you the back here. Andy McGee and Vicki Tomlinson were once college students looking for some extra cash, volunteering as test subjects for an experiment orchestrated by the clandestine government organization known as the Shop. But the outcome unlocks exceptional latent psychic talents for the two of them, manifesting in even more terrifying ways when they fall in love and have a child. Their daughter Charlie has been gifted with the most extraordinary and uncontrollable power ever seen, pyrokinesis. The ability to create fire with her mind. Now the Now the agents of the Shop are in hot pursuit to apprehend this unexpected genetic anomaly for their own diabolical ends by any means necessary, including violent actions that may well ignite the entire world around them, as Charlie retaliates with a fury of her own. So, I did really, really, really like this book. Now, this month I also got a Kobo e-reader. So the next book that I read was on my Kobo, which I have here. The next book that I read, oh no, it's escaping me, was The Girls Across the Lake, I think. The Girls Across some kind of body of water. The Girls Across the Bay, that might be it. But it's a mystery. And one sister is a detective, and one sister is a journalist. So they're kind of working together, and there's different twists and turns, and I did not expect any of them. So that was really fun. I think I rated that one again a 4 out of 5 stars. I really like my Kobo so far. I think it's fun, and I read very fast on it. So the next book that I read was another physical book. It's called The Naturals, and this one is the first in a series of 4. There's 4 books total, and it is so fun. I did rate this one 5 out of 5 stars. So it's about a group of teenagers that are employed by the FBI, and they all have different abilities, unique abilities that are assisting the FBI with cracking cold cases. It's very fun, so I'll read you the back. 17-year-old Cassie Hobbs is a natural at reading people. Piercing together the tiniest details, she can tell you who you are and what you want, but it's not a skill that she has ever taken seriously. That is, until the FBI comes knocking. They've begun a classified program that uses exceptional teenagers to crack infamous cold cases, and they need Cassie. What Cassie doesn't realize is there's more at risk than a few unsolved homicides, especially when she's sent to live in with a group of teens whose gifts are as unusual as her own. Soon it becomes clear that no one in the Naturals program is what they seem, and when a new killer strikes, danger looms close. Caught in a lethal game of cat and mouse with a killer, the Naturals are going to have to use all their gifts just to survive. So this one it was very fast-paced. I think I read this within 48 hours. It's not a huge book. I think it's only just over 300 pages or something like that. There's 4 books plus a novella. Sorry. So I'm very excited. I'm about halfway through the second book right now, and again, loving it. So fun. And again, I didn't guess. I had a whole bunch of theories about who I thought was the perpetrator, and I was not correct. It kind of was one of those moments where you gasp out loud, and yeah, it was very, very fun. So, the last one that I read on my Kindle, or not my Kindle, my Kobo. I'm in Canada, so Kobo works better in Canada is what I've heard. The last book that I read was Little Girl Lost, and I did not like this book. I think I rated it like 1 star. Again, it was a mystery, and the main detective was looking into her own niece's disappearance, which to me is just a huge conflict of interest, and yeah, I just did not like it. There's like, I think 8 books in the series, and I will not be finishing the series. So yeah, that was the last one that I read in January. Like I said, I'm currently reading Killer Instinct, which is the second in the Natural series. Wanda is going crazy, sorry, she's distracting me. I'm about a little under halfway through this one, and again, loving it so far. So there's this one that I plan to read and finish in February. Another one that I plan to read and finish in February is All In, which is the 3rd book in the Natural series. This one is thicker, and I'm very excited. I'm not going to read to the back of this one or Killer Instinct or the 4th one in the series, because I don't want to read anything that would give anything away in the 1st book, or in the series in general. So this one I plan to read soon. Yeah, I think if the other books in the series are like the first one, I'm going to love them. So very excited to see what this one has in store. Another one is this big old floppy one, which is the 4th book and the novella. They're just 2 in 1. I think the novella is about this much at the end, and very excited to know how the group of teenagers ends the series and what happens to them and stuff like that. So very, very excited to finish this series. Come play with me, Mom. Oh my goodness. Wanda, get down. Wanda, get down. If you guys could see what just happened. Oh my word. I hope that wasn't terrible on your ears. I'm so sorry if you woke up or are no longer relaxed. She just stole one of my bookmarks from in my books on my shelf over here. Jumped up, grabbed onto the bookmark, and then wrote it all the way back down to the floor. Oi, she is crazy. I swear she's only got 2 brain cells, and half the time they're both on vacation. So, sorry about that. This is another book, probably one of the last books that I'll tell you about, that I plan to, I've started, but I plan to finish it, hopefully in February. It's called The Lost Bookshop. It's very fun. It's just a feel-good book. You can tell that the author loves books. I think it follows 3 different characters on 2 different timelines, and just the way that she describes what's going on, and yeah, the dedication literally says to all book lovers, it's just a feel-good book. So yeah, I hope to finish this one. Also, just look at the cover. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So, I also plan to read Lightlark on my Kobo and Nightbane, hopefully at some point. The first and second book in the series, I think they're the only 2 that are out right now. But I'm hopefully going to start those as well. Thank you for bearing with me throughout this video. I hope you at least got some tingle